All right, guys, I have a Saturday morning editorial for you. How about that? I came across this story. I wanted to share it with you. It's one that is worth a discussion. And I think you all can discuss this and throw it around a little bit. It deals with free speech and a man that was arrested for what he claims was free speech. But I don't know. In California, this could be 148A, obstructing or delaying, right? Let's see. Thank you, Stamford Advocate, for this story. A federal judge this week threw out a lawsuit by a Stamford man claiming his free speech rights were violated when he was arrested for holding up a sign saying "Cops ahead" just down the street from where city police were conducting a distracted driving detail in 2018. Judge Alfred Cavello's decision to close the case was handed down in a decision on Wednesday of this week, providing a win for the city's police department as well as the arresting Sergeant Richard Gasparino. Richard Gasparino said, quote, "I'm obviously very happy with the outcome of the case, and I publicly want to thank Assistant Corporation Counsel Barbara Coughlin and Attorney Elliot Spector for all of their hard work. The two of them believed in the case from the very start and never doubted my actions. I took a lot of criticism for this publicly and professionally, but like the legal team, I never second-guessed my decision on that day." Spector said, quote, "The judge rightly found that if a police officer is performing an act to protect the public, people don't have a right to interfere with the performance of those duties. We all know, and Judge Cavello recognized, that there is a serious safety issue with distracted drivers, and many people are being killed or seriously injured, and the government provides grants for distracted driving operations to deter people from committing those motor vehicle violations. And the way you deter people is to fine them," or with a citation, of course. Spector said Gasparino used great discretion and restraint by giving Michael Friend the opportunity to stop holding up the sign and warned that he would be arrested if he returned. City Corporation Counsel Catherine Emmett said, quote, "We were confident that our police acted appropriately and did not engage in an unconstitutional conduct. We're gratified that the court agreed." ACLU legal director Dan Barrett, who brought the case on behalf of Friend, said the two were disappointed in the ruling. Dan Barrett said, quote, "We remain of the opinion that everyone has the right to protest the police, and so as it happens, we are studying our options and considering what to do next." The incident happened on April 12, 2018, when Friend was spotted on Hope Street near Cushing Street, holding up the "Cops Ahead" sign 2 blocks from where police were ticketing distracted drivers. Sergeant Gasparino took the sign and warned Friend he would be arrested if he did not move. Friend walked away, went to his car, and found another piece of paper to make another "Police Ahead" sign and stood next to the food bag on Hope Street, this time 3 blocks from where the operation was running, and held up the sign. About 30 minutes later, Gasparino took the second sign away along with 2 cell phones and charged him with interfering with police. Later that year, Friend and the Connecticut ACLU filed suit against Gasparino and the police department, claiming Friend's free speech rights had been violated. Almost a year later, they expanded the suit by claiming the city engaged in an unconstitutional bail-setting practice. While Friend and Barrett argued that he cannot legally be punished for his dissemination of public information on a matter of public concern, Cavello found it was of little public concern. Friend also argued that the police department's interest was only of generating ticket writing opportunities, but Cavello said the officers that day were doing more than just writing tickets. He said, quote, "The police operation sought to stop and cite violators in order to deter not only current behavior, but also future distracted driving, and therefore save lives.
And my existence, while grotesque and incomprehensible to you, saves lives."
The judge also found that the only way the operation could effectively continue was without Friend's interference. Cavello also found that Gasparino had found probable cause to arrest Friend and therefore could not be found to have maliciously prosecuted him. Judge Covello wrote, quote, specifically, Friend was preventing the police from conducting effective enforcement of distracted driving violations by warning drivers of the presence of police officers in their vicinity. The judge also found that Friend's case did not bring with it sufficient evidence to prove any constitutional violations when it came to setting Friend's bail of $25,000 in the case. He said in his decision, there is simply insufficient evidence that in setting bail at $25,000 and holding Friend for several hours, that the city of Stamford, Connecticut, violated Friend's constitutional rights. So that judge basically set a precedent that you technically cannot now hold a sign that says police ahead, because you can now be arrested for interference and your bail can be set at $25,000. The judge is basically setting a precedent here. So the only way to get this changed now would be take it to a Supreme Court or a Superior Court, District Court, like 9th District or I don't know what district is Connecticut, but something like the 9th District Court or whatever. You'd have to appeal and take it there and see if they will overturn it, or take it to the Supreme Court. Now, how many... the Supreme Court doesn't choose every case to decide on. So you think they're going to take this one? I don't know. But the judge set a precedent here in Stamford, Connecticut on this, what I just said, that you can no longer hold a sign that says police ahead or you'll be arrested for interference, and it can be a $25,000 bail. I don't know, man. That's... So Friend and Dan Barrett of the ACLU they say, what we need to decide what to do next. They're probably going to appeal it, but what's there to appeal? I'm kind of tossing it around up here. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Community Leo Watch, watching Leos. That's law enforcement officers and judges from coast to coast on this Saturday.